Hi, it's FelinGirlTalk. Today we're gonna talk about self-love. Okay, you have to love yourself. You have to let your friend be. You have to let yourself be your friend. Okay, it's good you have friends outside, but the best friend you could have is yourself. Okay, so we're gonna share one or two ideas, and you will know the reason or how good it is or how important it is to let your own self be your friend. Okay, before we continue, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're new, then you click on the notification bell so you're the first to watch all my new videos. So I told you this. I said let yourself be your friend. Okay, and it's very important you have friends out there, you have girlfriends or boyfriends, but the best friend you could ever have is yourself. Okay, that is very, very important. Okay, and I'm saying this because human beings are made up of three things. It's your spirit, your soul, and they live in the body. So it's three things: your soul, your spirit, and your body. Okay, so you can love yourself, and that will keep you going. That's very important. That's the most important thing. And yourself could be the best friend among all friends. Okay, so what I'm saying is, first you need to let yourself be your friend. Okay, I've said this. Let your own self be your friend. Okay, know yourself, know what you like. Okay, know what you don't like, know you personally. Okay, you should know what you're made up of. That's going to help you a lot, because if you have friends out there, you should know your friends. You should know what they like, what they do not like. You know what makes them happy and what makes them bored. Okay, that's it. So yourself be your friend, and you should know yourself very well. Know what makes you happy, what makes you bored, and all that. Try to let yourself be your friend, and that is knowing yourself. Okay, knowing what you like and what keeps you going, what makes you comfortable and what makes you happy, and all that. Okay, so point number two, like in times of difficulties, let yourself just sit yourself down and talk to yourself. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. If you have friends out there, in times of trouble, you talk to them. Okay, when you are in difficulties, you talk to them, you seek for opinions from them. And sometimes I say this always, and I say to myself that, well, I can discuss my own issues with my friends, but at the end of the day, whatever opinions my friends give me, I have to sit down and analyze that opinion that I just got from friends also. Okay, you don't have to be, okay, because people are saying this, you're just doing that. No, you should be able to decide for yourself. You should be able to talk for yourself. You should be able to solve your own problems. Well, it's okay that you seek for opinions from outside, but even that opinion, you should think about it. Sit down and discuss that opinion you got from your friends. That is very good. So the only thing that will keep you going, that will make you more comfortable, is to know yourself, is to let yourself be your own friend. That in times of difficulties, you are able to sit your own self down, you talk to yourself, analyze things, talk over issues with your own self. Because remember, yourself has body, it has soul, and it has spirit. So as you keep on talking to yourself, you hear your own self. That spirit will talk to you. And do not forget that spirit is, it's a God made spirit. So if you hear from your spirit, it means that God is talking to you, and God talking to you can never be a wrong advice. Okay, that's how come I said it's important to talk to yourself, hear from yourself, listen to yourself. That in times of difficulties, you're supposed to sit yourself down, talk about that issue over with your own self, then listen to yourself. Look, okay, after everything, just hear what your spirit has for you. Okay, that is very, very important, and it will always keep you going. And you also have to encourage yourself. Okay, you can't always get people to encourage you. Sometimes your problems. There's certain times the problem you're going through, the issue that you have, you can discuss it with people out there. You can talk it over with your friends. So it's within you. If you're not able to encourage yourself, if you're not able to sit yourself down and talk to yourself, then it's going to kill you. Okay, so that's how come I said you should be able to know yourself. You should be able to let your own self be your friend. That in times of difficulty, sit yourself down and talk to yourself, and also try to encourage yourself. Okay, tell yourself, I can do this. Because me, for instance, sometimes I have problems, and you see, It's not like you can talk to people over it, but you need to talk to yourself. Okay, you need to let your own self support you. That's the best thing ever, because that way you will always overcome your troubles. You always overcome problems, and problems will not overcome you. Okay, you will not be consumed by your own problems, because your own problems know that you're too strong for that, because you are able to talk things over with your own self. You're able to encourage yourself. So something happens, and I'm like, okay, I did this, I did that. Okay, this one did this to me, this person did that to me. Okay, so where did I go wrong? Did I do things right? Okay, I said this to her or him, and was I right? So I would just discuss things with me. So at the end of the day, I might find out that, okay, you didn't go well here. Okay, you were not supposed to do this. You were not supposed to say this. Okay, so finally, I will know that, okay, though they did this to me, but I might also be at fault. So I will just encourage myself, okay, next time you're not supposed to say this, next time you're not supposed to talk this or say this to people, and you'll be good. Okay, so that's it. So at the end of the day, I discuss my problems, issues I even have with people out there. I discuss it with me when I come home at night, at dawn. Sometimes I sit down for like an hour and I discuss things over with me, myself. And at the end of the day, I'll find solution, and I'll be able to encourage myself. Okay, so something went bad for me. I had a very bad moment or bad time, and I said to myself, okay, this is not all. Okay, this is not all. I can do this, I can do that. So I have to be strong. That's it. So I always encourage myself, and that is very, very important. And no matter what happens, tell yourself you're not going to give up. Okay, because I told you this, and I'm going to say this again. I've already said it. I said you won't always get people to be there to encourage you, people to talk to you, people to just push you. You understand? You know, you have friends, you have your husband or you have your boyfriend, but they can't always be there for you. It's only yourself and yourself only that can be there for you always. Okay, so you tell yourself, no matter what happened, I'm not going to give up. So me, I don't give up. I don't give up on anything. Not at all. Okay, there's some things that it doesn't really go well, and I say, okay, this meant to happen. I don't blame anybody. I don't say that, okay, this is my fault. No, I tell myself that this is bound to happen. Okay, it's meant to happen. So there's nothing wrong with that, and I'm good to go. I just have to encourage myself, and I'm good to go. Okay, so no matter what happens to you in this life, just tell yourself, tell yourself that you're not going to give up. Whatever happens, you're just going to go forward. Things will be okay. You're going to work things out, so you don't give up on situations always, or you don't give up on situations. That is it. That is self-love. If you love yourself, you always push yourself up. Okay, just like if you love your friends, you always tell them something that will make them great, that will just push them forward. Or your friends will always tell you, okay, do this, do that, and it will be good for you. And you're listening to them because you feel like they think about you. Okay, they are just looking for the best for you. They wish for the best. They wish for the best for you. That's it. That is what I'm saying, that you should be able to tell yourself that. Okay, let yourself know that it can't give up. Yourself can't give up on anything. No matter what happens, you push going, and that's it. So you don't give up on anything. Okay, that is also very, very important. And the next thing to do is, if you love yourself, you will always advise yourself. Okay, always advise yourself. That is what I said, that sometimes you need to sit yourself down. Okay, analyze your life, talk to your spirit, talk to your soul. Okay, discuss things over, discuss issues over. What happened to you, and it made you feel so bad. You can talk things over with your own self. Okay, advise yourself. Just advise yourself. Okay, so you can't always be blaming people that, okay, this one did this to me, I can go on because of this, people don't like me, they hate me, they don't want me to do this, and da. No, advise yourself. Okay, that is what I said. When things go bad, sit yourself down, analyze it with yourself. Okay, so for all you know, it's always not the fault of people out there. It could be from you. So if you don't talk to yourself, if you don't know yourself, if you don't analyze things with yourself, if yourself is not your friend, you wouldn't know. Okay, but if you know yourself that well, if you love yourself, if yourself is your friend, you will sit down. Whatever goes wrong out there, when you come home, you're going to sit down and analyze things over, talk over things that happened out there. That way you'll be able to know where you went wrong, and you will advise yourself and tell yourself, okay, I'm not going to do this again. Okay, don't do this again, don't do that again, and things will be okay. You're not supposed to be blaming people out there that, okay, they are always at fault. It's their fault. Me, I didn't do anything. No way. Sometimes it could be your fault. So how are you going to know that? Unless you sit down, talk over that issue with your own self. Then you know where you went wrong. Then you're going to advise yourself and tell yourself, I'm not going to do this. Okay, so it happens to me sometimes. Things go bad, and I feel so bad. I'm so bad. I just want to do something. I just want to do something crazy. Then I'll talk to myself. Patience. Okay, take your time. You don't have to rush into doing things like this, like that. You have to relax. So I give myself time. I sit back. I analyze things. Then at the end of the day, I realize that, okay, it's not their fault. It's not all their fault. I also did this. I did that. Okay, so I calm myself down. But if I had done things earlier crazy, it was going to affect me, because for all you know, it might not be their fault. It might not be all their fault, or you can also be at fault. So that's how come I'm telling you, says sometimes you need to sit down, analyze things with your own self, advise yourself. Whatever goes wrong, don't get bored, don't react so fast. Okay, don't do things so crazy so fast. Relax, calm yourself down, and think over whatever went wrong with your own self. That's when you're going to know where you also went wrong, and you realize that, okay, I didn't react, and it's so good for me, because I now realize it wasn't all their fault. I was also at fault. Do you understand? So self-love is very, very important, and it always keep you going. Talk to your inner spirit. Try and talk to your inner spirit. Says you have your own spirit within you, and that spirit, I always say, it's God's spirit, because that's what God said. He made us just like him. So his spirit is in us. Okay, God's spirit is in us. So the spirit you have, I tell you, it's God's spirit. So anytime you have to listen to your inner spirit. Okay, listen to your inner spirit. But if you don't sit yourself down, if you don't talk things over with yourself, if you don't discuss things with yourself, if you don't advise yourself, you will not hear that spirit. So you sit yourself down, you analyze things, you go over things, you think about things. Okay, just think about things that's happening in your life quietly, alone with you. Then you realize that you hear voices, you hear somebody talking to you. That is your inner spirit, and that is God. So you always have to listen to yourself, always have to listen to your spirit. But if you don't love yourself, if you don't have time for yourself, you won't hear that. Okay, so you're always going out to seek for opinions from friends. That is what I told you before, that I'm not saying you shouldn't talk to friends over opinions. Yeah, they could tell you their minds, but at the end of the day, you're supposed to sit down and also analyze what they told you. You can't just be doing whatever people tell you. Sometimes they might not always be right. Okay, they might not always be right. So whatever people tell you, whatever your friends tell you, sit down, just analyze it with your friends. With your friend, that is you yourself, and you know the right way to go. So it says, if you can't just listen to yourself, if you can't decide anything for yourself, if you can't advise yourself, if you can't talk to yourself and get opinions by your own self, or solve your own problems by your own self, that means you can't do anything to support your husband or your man, because your man will come home like, all stressed up, something is wrong with him, and he will talk to you. Okay, he will tell you all his problems. And are you now going to talk to friends and find solution for your husband's problem? No, he believed in you. He believes in you. He just came home because he felt like you can support him in terms of opinion. So if you're not able to think for yourself, if you can't talk for yourself, if you can't think for yourself, if you can't analyze things for your own self and come out with solution and opinions, how are you going to support your husband with opinion, or support him in times of his troubles? That is how come, sis, I'm telling you, you need to think for yourself. You need to come up with an opinion, with ideas for your own self. That's how you'll be able to support others. You'll be able to support friends. Your friends can't be always giving you ideas whilst you don't support them in anything. Okay, you are supposed to also help them, because sometimes they will also talk to you about their problems, and they would want you to come out with something. But if you cannot think for yourself, if you're not smart, if you can't find any solution by yourself, how are you going to help your friends out there? So that's very simple. That's how come today you see marriages, divorce, broken homes. It's not. Sometimes it comes from these things, because why, if you can't advise your husband, you can give any good solution to your husband, you can encourage your husband, you can help him solve his problems, and he's gonna leave you. So at the end of the day, even if he doesn't leave you, he's going to go out there and seek for opinions from friends and from girlfriends and all that. And you know what I'm talking about? It could lead to something else. So sis, learn how to solve your own problems. Learn how to seek for opinions from your own self. Come up with an idea from your own self, okay? That is how come you'll be able to, move on. You'll be able to solve your problems and solve others, and solve your man's problem or your husband's problem. That is very, very important. So listen to yourself. Always listen to what your spirit is telling you, because that is the right thing. Okay, that is better than what friends are gonna tell you. But if you don't sit yourself down, if you don't listen to yourself, if you don't talk with yourself, if you don't communicate with yourself, you ain't gonna hear any spirits. You're not gonna hear anything from your own self. That means God is not going to talk to you, because God talks to us through our spirits. And if you don't have time for yourself, if you don't have time to sit yourself down and talk to yourself, that means you never get a chance to talk to God. God will never get any chance to talk to you, because you're always busy going out there to seek for opinion without listening to yourself. That is very, very bad. So sis, learn how to love yourself. Learn how to appreciate your own self. The ideas you get from your own self, they are very good. Okay, that is the right decision. And learn how to be patient with your own self. Be patient. Okay, so I said you have this goal, you want to do this, but you've tried and tried and tried. Things are not going on well, and you're so bored. That's how come people can even kill themselves, because they feel like, okay, that's the end of me. That's the end of me. I've tried this, I've tried that, and it's not working. So what's the benefit of me living? There's no need for me to live, because they don't have patience for their own selves. They go ahead and kill themselves or do something bad to their own self. That is very, very bad. You need to have patience with yourself. Okay, whatever goes wrong, I told you, never give up on your own self. If you give up on yourself, it means you don't have patience with yourself. Have patience with yourself. Okay, so I said you try this, it doesn't work. Relax. Tell yourself it's going to be well. Okay, have patience for your own self. That is love. Okay, so friends, have patience for each other. If you love someone, if you love your friend, you have patience for them. It doesn't matter what they do to you, you still love them, and you have time for them. You have time to listen to them. That is it. If you love yourself, you have patience with yourself. You have time for yourself. You take your time with yourself. Okay, you won't pressure yourself. You won't push yourself so hard because things didn't go well for you. So have patience with yourself. Things might not go on right as you wish, but that is not the end. Tell yourself, okay, it could be well. Okay, we're going to do it. We're going to make it. Things will work for us. So you don't give up on yourself. You're always strong for yourself. You're always telling yourself, keep going. It doesn't matter what happens. We will succeed. We will overcome. That is self-love. Okay, if you do that, yourself is so happy, your inner spirit is so happy, and your inner spirit is always there for you. You see, that way you're always comfortable, you're always looking good, and what, confidence and all that. Okay, have patience for yourself. Allow yourself to, go in a gradual process. If it doesn't work today, tell yourself we could make it. Okay, I and you, we're gonna do this. Okay, so I have time for you. I know tomorrow things will be okay, things might work out right for us. That is what I'm talking about. That is self-love. If you love yourself, you give yourself time, you have patience on yourself, and you will not, you will not put pressure on you. You will try to give yourself time and also listen to yourself. So says that's what I have for you. Now what I'm talking to you about is self-love. Love yourself. You should be able to be your own friend. Okay, let yourself be your friend. Advise yourself, listen to yourself, because I told you that your body is made up of three things. Okay, you are made up of three things: your spirit, your soul, and your body. Okay, so that means you can be own self friend. You can be your friend. Yourself can be your own friend. That's it. So you learn how to advise yourself, be patient with yourself, listen to yourself, advise yourself, encourage yourself. Do not give up on yourself so soon. Give yourself time to succeed in life. And says, if you follow this, if you listen to this, if you do what as I've just told you, okay, you will not regret. You will not regret. Nothing will just consume you. No problem will consume you. You always feel okay, and even when you have problems, people will not notice, because you're always in control over your own problems. You always control everything around you, and so people do not know what you're going through. They will never know what you're going through, and your problems will never overcome you, because you know how to control yourself, because you are your own self friend, and you know what you want, and you give yourself time to succeed in whatever you are doing. That is it. You will keep on going and you'll be successful in life. So sis, do what I've just told you, and trust me, you're not going to regret listening to my advice, or just listening to the points that I have given you, and put them into practice, and things are going to change in your life. If you're new to this channel, please make sure you subscribe and click on the notification bell so you're the first to watch all my new videos. Thank you for being part of this great time. Bye.